The story of Dhola and Maru. We begin our series with the famous Rajasthani love story of Dhola and Maru. Set against the vast backdrop of Rajasthan's desert, this timeless tale is one of love, loyalty, and destiny. It tells the story of Prince Dhola of Narwar and Princess Maru of Poogal, whose marriage was arranged in childhood, uniting two powerful kingdoms. But fate took a different path, and they were separated for many years. While Dhola forgets his childhood promise, Maru's love remains unwavering. Their love is tested by the twists of fate, deceitful rivals, and the challenges of the desert. This eternal tale of devotion and sacrifice has been cherished for generations, captivating people with its poetic beauty and dramatic twists. Join us as we embark on the epic saga of Dhola and Maru, a story that echoes through the sands of time. Episode 1: Childhood Betrothal of Dhola and Maru. In the arid heart of Rajasthan, where the golden sands stretch endlessly and the desert winds whisper ancient tales, there lived two prosperous kingdoms, Narwar and Poogal. These kingdoms, bound by tradition and loyalty, were destined to be united through a bond not of conquest, but of love. This is the beginning of the timeless tale of Dhola and Maru, whose fates were sealed before they even understood the meaning of love. The story begins with a royal procession from Narwar, led by King Shiluz. His young son, Prince Dhola, rode beside him as they made their way to Poogal to fulfill a sacred promise. For years, the royal families had sought to unite their two kingdoms, and this betrothal would finally bind them together. Little did the people of Narwar or Poogal know, the union of Dhola and Maru would give rise to a legendary love story that would be remembered for generations. The palace of Poogal was alive with celebration. Musicians played, dancers twirled, and the streets were adorned with flowers as the people gathered to witness the royal event. Inside the grand hall, young Dhola and Maru sat for the betrothal ceremony, innocent children unaware of the weight of the vows they were about to make. As the sacred fire burned and the priests chanted, garlands were exchanged, and the bond between the two royal families was sealed. After the ceremony, the palace was filled with joy and laughter. The kings sat together, speaking not as rulers but as fathers, hopeful for the future of their children. For King Shiluz and King Nal, this union was a promise of peace and prosperity. Yet as they rejoiced, the children played, oblivious to the significance of the moment. Dhola and Maru chased one another through the palace gardens, laughing, their hearts free from the weight of the world. For now, they were just children, bound only by the simplicity of friendship. As the day came to a close, an old fortune teller approached the palace. Her eyes, clouded with wisdom, saw beyond the celebration. She looked at the children, tracing the lines on their palms, and gave a cryptic warning: their bond is strong, but the desert winds are fierce. Beware of the trials that will come. With that, the fortune teller departed, leaving a shadow of unease over the joyous event. The procession returned to Narwar, taking Dhola back to his kingdom, leaving Maru behind. Though they were now promised to one another, they were still separated by the vast desert and the trials of fate. And thus began the tale of Dhola and Maru, a story of love tested by time, distance, and destiny.